Well, hi, and welcome back to Dinner and Drinks as we continue on with our Hispanic Heritage Month videos. Today, we are going to be making some arepas from scratch. We're going to put some ground beef on top of it, put all kinds of good spices, and we're going to be having this, I hope I'm still saying it right, I've drank half of it, capirosca. It is vodka and brown sugar and lime juice. So, it's a lot of vodka in this thing, and it was up to here, it's now here, I've had half of it. It tastes like candy. I really thought this thing was going to be too vodka-y. It's delicious. Shout out to my pal Andy from Yelp. She basically said in a text, those Brazilians know what they're doing. This thing is delicious. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna make the arepas from scratch, and then we're going to start cooking our meat. Basically, it's like a bread-ish dough with cornmeal. We've made dough before, but we've never made it with cornmeal, so we're gonna walk it through step by step. So you notice on my stove today, I've got a couple of things back here. This is where the meat's gonna go. In there is coconut oil. This pan is where we're gonna put our arepa balls, and this is where we're gonna start making it. We got 2.5 cups of room temperature water. Boom. And then a teaspoon of salt, and I will just guess that might suffice. Whisk until the salt is dissolved. We might be here for a while, so this might get sped up. All right, salt has dissolved. I'm going to keep on stirring and slowly add in the cornmeal. And we're basically going to do this until a soft dough forms, and then I'll start mixing it by hand. You can see it's starting to get a little thicker now. I guess it just takes a while for the water to get absorbed. This is a great, by the way, tricep, bicep, and shoulder workout. Probably could have used my little blender mixer. That would have made this tremendously easy. I may have to add more. Just gonna put in the rest of the bag that I have. Boom. It wants to get there. All right, we're gonna switch hands. Whew. All right, I did a cut because I'm bringing in the heavy duty. All right, I think that I added too much water for sure. It is just not thickening up. So I'm gonna go with that was a fail, and I'm just gonna fry up these things. They're like almost at a pancake batter consistency. I was hoping to get them like in a dough, and that did not happen. And I read on the internet that some people eat the arepas just like slices of bread. So that's what I'm gonna hope for, and we'll just put our meat on top of that. So let's heat some canola oil. And while all that starts to heat up back here, we're gonna heat up our pan. First test run here of non-arepas here. I'm nervous about this. I hope it doesn't suck. Let's find out. Not necessarily the most explosive of action happening there. It's holding its form, but it does look very pancake-ish. Let's let that action go, and let's throw in our onions in the back. It's one whole white onion. We'll let those sweat it out for a bit. See what happens. Oh, really? Ugh. Everybody, we may have a problem. Not anymore. Again, pancake theory. First one's always the worst. I'm just gonna layer some flavors on with the onions. I need one of those automatic pepper grinders. I don't like the fact that it keeps sticking. It's sitting in oil. There is one other thing I could try to make them like buns. Like I want to end up cutting it open and making it like a stuffed sandwich. I could try and use my egg ring mold for bagels. Place it right in there and see what happens. We're gonna try that on the next one. First one is kind of a bummer. Make sure our onions get attention. It is starting to crisp up. And of course I say that and this is still squishy. Our onions are coming along. It's time to throw in garlic. We've got 5 whole heads of garlic that were minced. I'm gonna throw them in there for a little bit until they get fragrant, and then we're gonna start adding in our spices. And then in comes the meat. All right, a little closer view there for our mixture. Let's start move everybody around. We're gonna throw in some chili powder. Healthy helping of cumin. It's 1.5 pounds of meat, so it needs flavor. I want a little bit of oregano. Paprika. Red pepper flake. Oh, that may have been too much. Hot sauce. Everybody mix. There we go. Hear that? That's the sound I think we're hoping for. And then we're gonna put in, oh God, chicken stock. About half a cup. 1/4 of a cup of ketchup. 2 tablespoons of brown sugar. Let's grab this one and put it out. Now let's attempt this. Again, I'm working with an uneven stove, so we'll see if this is going to work or fail. Holy crap, it's going to work. Maybe. If I can just get it to move. I'm going to turn this down on the back to put in our meat. Let's hope we can get this to move around. Are you guys watching that over there for me? I appreciate that. Now, how am I going to flip you? Because it's hot. Got it. Ah. Again, we may have a problem. Ow, God, it's hot. I need a pokey stick. Oh, ow, God, I touched the metal again like an idiot. All right, this is gonna work. So let's try and see if we can do a better one. Okay. Let me actually try this one. It's crunchy. Not as soft as I thought it was gonna be. Let's make sure we don't run into the same problem here. Definitely not ready yet. Oh God. Oh, faithful. Burning myself. Nice, that one came out really great. All right, so I'm gonna make a bunch of these, and the next time we hang out, everything should be ready to go. I wasn't rolling. It's a good thing I wasn't, because I went to go pick them up, and this one just straight up fell out of its ring and splashed hot oil everywhere. But that's the look on the back side here. Let's flip this one over. So practice is making perfect with these. They are definitely coming together and looking a lot better. All right, so there's our final look. Sounds good. So now I want to try and cut and maybe make it into a sandwich. It's too hot, it's too hot. All right, so they're definitely not thick enough to make it cut in there to make it a sandwich, so we're just gonna do what I also saw some people on the internet do. A scoop of avocado, like so. A scoop of our meat, also like so, without burning our hands. And then top it off with some sharp cheddar cheese. Now I know they're not classic. We had to improvise on the go, but I think for the first time ever making and eating these, we got it pretty good. All right, so the main question is, how do they taste? We've tried everything on its own. How about together? It's so still hot. I hope my face is in this a little bit. I want someone to teach me how to properly make arepas so we can stuff it in there, because they're so good. This was delicious. Still celebrating Hispanic Heritage Month here on Dinner and Drinks. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week with more Hispanic Heritage food.